I say I never saw this coming. That might sound naive, but in hindsight, what in the just happened? The police were just here, and apparently someone online is trying to get me arrested or something. For indecent exposure, because I posted a photo yesterday of me and Ari on the driveway, and I was wearing a towel on my chair.
Things are really heating up in the battle between Alex Dacey and Noah Smith. Noah Smith has clapped back at wheelchair Rapunzel, accusing her of revenge porn against him, and he has filed reports against wheelchair Rapunzel for releasing this content without permission on her OnlyFans.
She is. Wheelchair Rapunzel does not have custody of her daughter. I will be the first to admit my first impression of Alex Wheelchair Rapunzel was when she went viral for being pregnant. Pretty much all the comments were like, you shouldn't have a baby, you won't be able to take care of a baby, you can't even take care of yourself. And I thought to myself, wow, people are being really mean to this girl just because she's disabled. But then I actually did some digging.
Today, we're diving back into the ongoing situation surrounding Alex Dacey, better known online as Wheelchair Rapunzel. If you've been following this saga, you'll know that controversy seems to follow her wherever she goes. And now it looks like things could have officially escalated to legal levels. In our last update, we had left off with Alex facing some disturbing allegations, specifically claims of inappropriate conduct with a minor who lived in her apartment building.
Wheelchair Rapunzel did not ask a 13-year-old boy to help give her a bath. She coerced him, in my opinion. Her and the victim live in the same building. She claims she was intoxicated at the time. She gets into an elevator with the child. The child said that she asked how old he was. He said he was 13. She asked about the public school system. And then she asks if he could come help her with something. So this sweet 13-year-old child thought, oh, she wants me to carry in a case of water, something simple. They get there. He's like, do you need me to help you inside? And she's like, yes. And so now he's inside her place. She's an adult. He is a child. And she asked him to help her take a bath. He kind of hesitated and had thoughts about it, but then he asked himself, what would Jesus do? I should be helpful. I should help her. She had this child take off her clothes, which, by the way, was just a shirt. She had nothing on from the waist down, and we know the police were calling her a while back for riding around without pants on. I feel like that alone proves, all the people who have posted saying she's not wearing pants and people are like, yes, she is. That proves that a lot of the time she is not, allegedly.
Not long after that, she was caught in the middle of a domestic violence dispute that ultimately left her homeless, couch surfing with her toddler daughter, and turning to GoFundMe while pleading her case on social media. It was already a messy, complicated picture, painting Alex as someone who seemed to constantly be in the middle of drama, whether self-inflicted or not. And then fast forward to now, and there are reports coming in that allegations with the minor have been taking a much more serious turn. The teen's mother is officially pressing charges, and Alex has been scheduled for multiple court appearances leading up to a trial by jury set for November of 2025. And what that means is, unlike past controversies that played out mostly online, this one will be decided in front of a court, and the consequences could be life-changing. Interestingly, Alex has been pretty quiet online since this came to light, and if you've followed her before, you know she's usually pretty quick to post and defend herself. But with an active court case, it's likely she's been advised to keep quiet for now. And for someone who's built their identity and brand on oversharing, that silence speaks volumes. This also isn't the first time Alex has raised eyebrows with her boundary-pushing behavior. Back in 2023, DCF was called on her after she had posted photos of herself wheeling around in a robe with nothing underneath, right outside her boyfriend Noah's parents' house while her toddler was present. At the time, many critics pointed out that this was an indecent exposure and an example of her poor judgment as a parent. Alex, however, doubled down, claiming that because of her disability, she chooses not to wear bottoms or undergarments most of the time, saying it's simply too inconvenient for her or her Craigslist caregivers to manage bathroom trips. Instead, she sits on a towel on her wheelchair and treats that as her solution.
The police were just here, and apparently someone online is trying to get me arrested or something. For indecent exposure, because I posted a photo yesterday of me and Ari on the driveway, and I was wearing a towel on my chair. You couldn't even see anything. You could see more at the beach. And the fact that I keep getting harassed like this is so fucking awful, and it's not fair, and I don't know what I need to do to make it stop.
Now, the bigger question here is whether Alex's repeated controversies are just the result of reckless personal choices, or if she's deliberately using her disability as a shield to deflect criticism and accountability. There's a clear pattern for her leaning into victimhood when the heat is on, and then ignoring the very real concerns people have about boundaries, parenting, and now, allegedly, her interactions with a minor. So with Alex now heading into a trial by jury this November, the story is far from over. Do you think the silence means she's finally taking accountability behind the scenes? Or is this just another chapter in a long-running cycle of controversy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because something tells me this won't be the last time we're talking about wheelchair Rapunzel.
The high of 72 degrees and the low of 60 degrees.
Anyways, so it's kind of chilly. So we're going to go pick out some clothes because we are walking to our appointment, which is like, 1.5 miles. And let's go pick out some clothes for this shitty kind of weather.
Rapunzel does not have custody of her daughter. I will be the first to admit, my first impression of Alex wheelchair Rapunzel was when she went viral for being pregnant. Pretty much all the comments were like, you shouldn't have a baby, you won't be able to take care of a baby, you can't take care of yourself. And I thought to myself, wow, people are really into this girl just because she's disabled. But then I actually did some digging.
Her and the victim live in the same building. She claims she was intoxicated at the time. She gets into an elevator with the child. The child said that she asked how old he was. He said he was 13. She asked about the public school system. And then she asked if he could come help her with something. So the sweet 13-year-old child thought, oh, she must be carrying his water. Something simple. They get there. He's like, do you need help inside? And she's like, yes. And so now he's inside her. She's in the bed. And she asked him to help her take her back. He kind of hesitated and thought about it, but he asked himself, you know, what would Jesus do? I should be helpful. So he had this test and held her first, which, by the way, it was just a shirt. She had nothing on when it was down. You know, the police called her a while back. So riding around without pants. I feel like that is an